Hello there everyone and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. My name is Gord and we are continuing our testing of Contractual Obligations Mark II. However, we are switching to a much more robust testing method. What we have here is a 200-ton payload, straight up. And what we're going to do is we're going to see how high we can get with this 200-ton payload as designed, which I've tweaked. The glitch, I don't even know. I've rebuilt this thing 3 times now. The save files seem to get corrupted, like there was a ghost version of the ship doubled up on top of itself. Don't even know. So middle stage, a little more power. Lower stage, a little less. What I've done is I've tuned it. These orange tanks now each contain 1/4 of what's in this center tank. So they should all 8 of the engines should die exactly at the same time. So when we stage, it should work. The only thing that's left to fix now is grouping everything up. I just decided to remove all the guesswork from it by grouping. There's stage 2, and that should be stage 3 right there, which is exactly what I was planning. So there's stage 3, there's stage 2, 5 engines, stage 1. Boosters. I guess I could squeeze on another set of boosters if I really wanted. I do have the mass budget left. Well, maybe we should do that. Let's just double up on the boosters. Really get a nice big punch off the start here. There we go. Doesn't that look insane? Oh, no, we're overmassed. No, so close. Okay, we're not going to undo because undoing seems to be the bane of my existence in this design for some reason. I honestly wonder if there's something wrong with these big engines or something. These big gas tanks. Maybe they're glitched or something. Alright, let's see. 2 ticks on either side. And more or less balanced. Okay. Let's try our new test of Contractual Obligations Mark II, which is actually not the right name. It's now our 200-ton payload test. The goal being this needs to reach orbit, exactly as designed. So if it can... Well, and if that doesn't work, we'll pull it back to 150 and see if a 150-ton design will work. So it's quite a big gap of space here. Full throttle, stability in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Staging. Ah! So close. That was kind of funny though. Let's get 1 extra stage in there. These are supposed to be here. Now we should be good. Round 2. I think it's interesting because it doesn't look like that thing could actually get the ship off the ground without those. Which says that 200 is probably going to be too much for this ship. The only way I could squeeze more on would be to add more fuel to it, and I don't have the mass capacity to do that. And I can't afford to buy the next tier of mass. Here we go. I'm not holding my breath. That's not looking good for 200 tons. We'll let it run for a bit. We'll see how it looks. But we are losing... No. Okay. Too much. Too much. Definitely too much. Although we are accelerating, but as soon as those boosters run out, we are toast. So, alright. 200 tons is definitely out of the question. Now, I'm trying to remember. Did we design... I don't believe we've done a 150-ton launcher yet. What's the largest launcher we've done? We've designed a lifter, 30-ton... Let me see. I'm looking for any other lifters. I think I did a 90-ton. Let's just test it at 150. 150 is a good benchmark. And if all we need is, well, okay, now with this at 150, now I could actually add those additional boosters. So keep that little thought in mind. But with that reduction, we shouldn't need to. There we go. It's still a little sluggish off the launch here. There we are. It should be able, the SAS should be able to keep that nice and steady, but apparently not. It feels like it wants to tip a little. Okay. Well, let's see. If this is going to do any better than the one we were playing around with last episode, it's got to make it... It has to be at the point where it's got an apoapsis visible before the lowest stage runs out. If it doesn't pull that off, it's not an improvement. I think what's going on is there's not enough power in this lowest stage right now. Just a hunch. The solid boosters, are they already almost out? Wow. That's kind of insane. Yeah, might need a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I completely miscalculate this? These should not already be running out. My calculations are still off on that, are they? Wow. Alright. What the heck? Could have sworn... Hold on, this... 6,000... Let's just double check this. 6,480 times 2... is 12,960 divided by 4 is 3,240. That's the liquid fuel numbers. Subtract 2880, we get 360, which is how much is in there. So those should not have run out at the same, unless I put the wrong engines right there. That would do it. Those are skippers, not mainsails. Oops. But that still leaves us with the problem that this thing is still not powerful enough for 150 tons, and we need to lift 150 tons. Like, quite a bit, really. Let's try that again. Can you fit now? Yes, you can. Just barely, but you can fit. Okay, and one more. And one more right here. Alright, so we've doubled the power in the lowest stage. We have twice as many. We have mainsails now. We have... And yeah, so this is, if it works, which it probably will not, will be our... Yeah, it was terribly optimistic of me, right? I think my power balance is still not adequate to push 150 tons into orbit, though. If I can get this to work, I may just switch out to a, wow, I think settled pretty thoroughly. There we go. Well, that's a little better. That's a lot better, okay. Now we have some real acceleration potential in the work. Just don't want the overheating to burn things up here. All right. So that's looking all in all looking a lot better power-wise. Although these large, these fuel boost, these new boosters are seem that they're going to run out, not last much longer than the bloody mainsails, which is mildly disappointing. But we'll get rid of them as soon as possible, anyways. Although we are picking up speed at a pretty prodigious rate. Those. Come on, full throttle. Don't you guys dare burn up. Alright, they are going to die at the exact same time. Way too soon. And this is still underpowered because it requires probably more engines, not more fuel. Darn it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so upper stage or middle stage is not the issue. It's not fuel, it's power. So, solution to a fuel but not power problem strikes me as being 6 of these instead of 4. There we go. And then this on the bottom. Still doable. A little crazy, but still doable. Okay, and ooh, RCS, can't forget the RCS. All right, trying again. You probably will have thrown some good suggestions at me in the previous episode. I'm recording this all in one sitting to see if I can come up with anything. So I apologize if you're watching me work more on something that you've already told me won't work. This is me. I'm trying to learn a little... Ooh. Yeah, that's not going to last, is it? Ha! Let's watch this thing fall to pieces. Is it all going to fall over? No, it's not. Okay. So you guys know what I did wrong there, right? I do believe we're missing some struts. And 150 tons is an awfully heavy load to drop on top of that decoupler and stuff. Struts are amazing things. They can just, you know, they can do just about anything. Well, let's see what happens when physics turns on for this one. So it's actually marginal. It's like it's actually marginally lighter than it was before. Okay. Well, it's not falling apart this time, so we should be good to go. Here we go. Let's go down to about 90% here. All right. So 150 ton payload, test number 3. Hoping that we are going to get past the critical threshold, I call it. Basically further than we got before and not losing power on this stage in the middle. It's possible 150 tons is too ambitious for this particular ship or this particular tech level. I might just not have enough mass limit to do it. Because I don't think these engines are going to last all the way to orbit. So here we need to use different different boosters. These boosters are good. Just a second. Good. Accelerating. quite nicely. And we're about to lose that lower stage. And we're still losing not as much speed. Okay, handover went smoothly this time. Oh, these are thrust vectoring rockets. That's useful. We're up to 15,000 and rising nicely. Our late but still functional gravity turn right there. Come on, tell me where my... Give me an apoapsis, please. I have a bad feeling about this. Alright, yeah, our apoapsis is just barely... Alright, it's accelerating. I think 150 is going to be too ambitious. That's okay. We can continue to finesse this. Let's see how far off we are. I think the design is good. I think we are slamming. Honestly, I think we're accelerating almost too fast here. Although we are gaining altitude pretty nicely. Hey, look at that. We are actually going to touch space with this thing, which means we're close. That actually means we're getting pretty close to right. We'll just get it up to 74. There we go. Now we need the RCS that I've... Oh, right. RCS on the top would be really useful right about now. Unfortunate. Okay, so this is definitely not going to pull off an orbit, but it's going to be close. It's going to be very close, actually. I wonder if a 3-stage design would be better. Oh my god. Alright, well, this may be moot if I can't get this thing under control before I completely frack up here. Alright, and in a second we are going to hit... There we go. We missed it slightly, but we'll see how close we can get. We're already losing altitude, unfortunately. Now, let's see. We are... Alright. Still not there. How much... Okay, well... The next place to tweak is mass, so it's not going to do 150. So that is a 100... Come on, let me delete it. There we are. So that's 100... That's now 100. Let's do 110, 120, 130. And let us put the most critical thing of all on. RCS thrusters on the upper part of the ship. Okay, so this is 130, it's 20 tons less. Also means I could put more fuel on the booster stage, so got to keep that in mind. But let's see what we can do with it, how far this gets. Because every bit we take off of the lower stage is more that will fit on the upper stage. Or, sorry, more boost that this thing's going to get. And the payload is whatever goes on the top part. Alright, we got a little more punch off the surface. In fact, if we do this smart, let's use a little less fuel of our liquid fuel early. Let the boosters do all the work. And and we'll throw the main engines up to full power when we reach nearly out of fuel stage. That'll keep us from hitting the terminal velocity quite as hard. I know it's not a huge deal, but we're on a sort of finessing stage here, so I'd like to take it just a little easy on the terminal velocity. So we're going to let the boosters do all the work to start. That'll give us more liquid fuel in the early part of the flight. We'll throttle it up to full power at the time when we are about to lose these boosters. That'll give us a little longer with the main stage. Here we go. Get rid of those. Transition was good. No loss of velocity for the upper stage, but a little loss of... I don't know if that actually gained us anything, but it was worth a shot. Alright, well, it's gotten us to 10,000 without running out of fuel, which is not bad. We're now at our angled stage. Full throttle. There we go. The stage transition point is just about right on the nose, which is good. Still not high enough to actually get an apoapsis, though, which is still not ideal. Ideally, that happens on the bottom stage, not the middle stage. Or this isn't even the middle stage, this is the top stage. Two stages designs being what they are. A three-stage design might be the way to go, but I don't know. This is not bad. We are gaining elevation at a pretty good solid rate. The question is, it really comes down to just how much fuel are we going to have left as we approach the orbit point. Alright, as that hits 40, we're going to start swinging some more here. In fact, we'll start that right now. We'll start the drift. Follow our prograde marker right there. And see. No, that's actually made it less efficient, hasn't it? Well, maybe, maybe not. It doesn't look like this is going to actually get that much more mass into orbit, which is fascinating. I probably just turned too soon again. Okay, 100 tons is not that much of an improvement for this thing. Alright, and that's definitely not going to be enough. Why is this? Because there's 6 on one part and 4 on the other. That's probably got everything to do with it. Okay. And burn as close to the apoapsis as possible. That is not a very solid ship there, is it? Okay. Well, we're definitely not going to have enough for orbit still. 130 is out of the question. I don't know. Can I squeeze some more fuel out of that? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just time warp a little. 4x is better than nothing, right? I think I did do that gravity, I think I did gravity turn a bit too much there in the atmosphere. But we'll see. We'll just see how much we can actually squeeze out of this. Nope. No. Okay, we're still short. I'll do some more testing off camera, guys. At this point, I think we're going to talk feedback. I would love to hear some thoughts. If you think this, I mean, I'm thinking probably 110, 120, which I'll confirm off camera, which may or may not be worth the trouble. But I would very much like to hear your thoughts on the design. Is there something I can do to improve it? Just for final, reference, here's the design. These heavy lifts always get me. I don't know. I've never had... I mean, I'm not terrible at it, but I definitely am not ideal at this design, part of the design. Let me know what you think. I mean, worst case scenario, we do a... we launch a separate booster and do the docking in orbit. I've done that before, not too much trouble. But that'll be a job for the next episode. We'll figure out how to actually make this happen and take it from there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.